master has asked that each of you sign one of these parchment strips. The signatures, he says, will aid him in preparing your legacies. Cousin Lars Eisenhardt. Cousin Edith Pringle. And finally, Mario Asparas, the master's only nephew. The master has asked me to express his regrets at not being able to see you himself. He wishes each of you a good night. Your bidding is done, Master. The names are here. I've done your will at all times. Remember me kindly.
Thank you, old friend. I shall remember you. And which of you, my friends, shall I also remember? Lars Eisenhardt. Edith Pringle. Mario Asparas. Which of you will know what I, Redan Asparas, have known? Perhaps the choice is not mine. No. It is for you, Astaroth, to choose. Prince of Darkness, you alone. In the name of Belial. In the name of Zadia. In the name of Baphomet. In the name of Ugla, Prince of the Seventh Region. I command you to choose my successor. You have chosen well. He will be my heir.
A gloomy place, a library, filled with forgotten knowledge, undisturbed passions, suspended lives and deaths, sufferings and ecstasies. Many histories are written in all these books, including an interesting record of the man who owned them. For what could we not discover if we but knew which ones had amused, interested, or obsessed him? Suppose the owner of all these, a dying man, should choose just one book as his gift to the living. What sort of a book would it be? Well, that, of course, would depend upon the man himself. If he's a very good man, he might leave a very good book. A very evil man, well, his gift might be called a dark legacy. Our players tonight are Harry Towns, Ilka Vindish, Richard Hale, Doris Lloyd, and Henry Silver as Toby Wolfe. Each of these distinguished persons is fated to find out that it isn't the gift that counts. It's the spirit behind it.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You've been very kind. Now, if there's any little service that I can render you, such as a winning hand at poker, or little extra spending money. Or something simple, like changing the water in your drinks to alcohol. I'd be glad to oblige. Thank you.
Darling, if you keep on about watering these drinks, we'll be looking for another job.
Fine. This firetrap's getting on my nerves anyway.
Oh, Mario, it's $150 a week and we need it.
All right, all right.
Spotters, I want to talk to you. Look, you're supposed to be a magician, not a comedian, so how about cutting out the knocks?
They like it.
They love it. Listen to that applause out there. Deafening.
They were cold tonight.
For a week, they were cold, and I signed you for 2. I should have my head looked at.
What do you want of me? Saw myself in half?
Look, I don't expect a first-rate act, but you're not giving me a second-rate performance. Some new routines is what you need.
See what I can come up with.
Sure. Espartas, you got till the end of the week.
Well, enter the master of illusion
Hello, Toby. When did you get back?
and his hauntingly beautiful Monica.
Hello, Toby.
Just flew in this morning. You know the way it is with old troopers, can't stay away. The bright lights, the smell of grease paint, the magic of applause.
The bill collectors, the bad notices, the short runs.
Oh,
yeah.
come on, it can't be as bad as all that.
You were smart to get out of it. How's Europe?
Oh, I didn't get to see much of it, actually, except the inside of a textbook. You know, they're way ahead of us in this medical hypnosis stuff. It's rough going, but I love it. Don't get me started on that. How is it with you two?
Lousy.
Call for you, Espartas. Take it in my office.
Stick around, Toby.
I wouldn't dream of leaving. Are things that bad?
Oh, you know, the usual ups and downs.
Yes, I know. Sometimes I wish I stayed with it, though.
Don't tell me you're thinking of reviving your act.
With an assistant like you? Nope, not even then. Hypnotism isn't entertainment anymore. It's a science. Nowadays, a volunteer from the audience doesn't want to crow like a rooster or bark like a dog. He wants to be psychoanalyzed.
I'll bring my neurosis to you.
I'll count on it. Well?
What's the matter, darling?
Redan is dead. Last night, shortly after I left.
Oh, he was an old man.
The heirs are supposed to come out to the house.
Tonight?
Redan's wishes. He wanted the will read out there. Look, Monica, you take the car and I'll grab a cab.
I'll be glad to drive you out.
Would you? Fine. See you later, darling.
Come in, gentlemen. May I take your coats? Mrs. Pringle and Mr. Eisenhart are in the drawing room, sir.
Auntie. Lars, you know Toby Wolf.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Oh, Wolf. I understand you've left the business.
Not really. I'm just working the other side of the footlights.
How long have you been here?
Oh, just a few minutes. Isn't it dreadful?
Oh, death is not dreadful, Cousin Edith, merely inevitable.
Well, what are we waiting for? The gang's all here.
The vultures, you mean?
Cousin Lars, that remark was entirely uncalled for.
Nothing personal, Auntie. Merely professional jealousy. If Redan would leave him some of his trade secrets, you'd be welcome to all the money.
Perhaps Rodin's attorney has been caught in the storm.
I've never seen one so bad this time of the year. She'd come on so we could get out of here.
Mr. Pincher, the master's friend and legal counsel. Mrs. Pringle.
How do you do?
Mr. Eisenhart. Mr. Asparas. And Mr.
Wolf.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, I'm a friend of Mr. Asparas's.
Mrs. Pringle and gentlemen, I shall make this as brief as possible. If you'll be seated, we shall proceed. I, Radan Asparos, being of sound mind and memory, do make, publish, and declare this my last will and testament in the following manner. That is to say, and finally, I devise and bequeath to Lars Eisenhardt, my cousin twice removed, the sum of $10,000 in cash. It is further stipulated that if any of the aforenamed persons precede me in death, his portion will return to the estate to be distributed in accordance with paragraph 17, section C. The codicil in this envelope was added to the will by the deceased shortly before he died. I witnessed the signature myself, but the contents are not known to me. I was instructed to read it only in the presence of the heirs and assigns. The contents of my personal library, being of no great value, since they are but the works of mortal men, will be donated to some sufficiently impoverished place of learning. The single exception, a book of most unusual properties, will be in the hands of the person for whom it was intended to be made use of as he sees fit.
Is that all?
That is the will in its entirety.
It can't be. He must have left me something.
Oh, most people would consider $10,000 something, old boy.
You know what I mean. His secrets. The vanishing saber, the dome of light, the greatest illusions of all time. They can't have died with him. They must be written down somewhere. That book, where is it? Who has that book?
Mr. Asparas, you want it on the telephone, sir.
Thank you. Excuse me.
Mario? Is that you?
Yes?
I can hardly hear. This storm is...
I know. We have it here, too.
The lights are out. I was afraid the phone wires might be down, too.
Well, are you all right? What's wrong?
I came downstairs to see about the lights. And then I got this awful feeling. It's as though some...
Monica, what is it? Monica, answer me. Monica, can you hear me? Monica? Monica? Can you hear me?
Yes? Yes, I'm here.
Well, what happened? Where were you?
Mario, there's something here.
Something there? What do you mean?
A book! I've never seen it before. How did it get here? A book? Mario, please come home! I'm afraid! Hurry, hurry, please! Please!
All the doors are locked. No one could have come in. All gone out.
There now.
Come on, darling. I told you, you have nothing to worry about.
You sure there was nothing else? No one came to the door?
No, it was just as I told you. A flash of lightning and the book was there.
Come on, darling, sit down.
Well, old Rodan was the world's greatest magician. Trust him to go out in style. No, I'm serious. Rodan has chosen you his heir. Now, he could have revealed his secrets to Lars. You must admit, Lars is the only first-class magician left in the Asparos clan. Rodan designated you. I'm sure he had a reason for it. Come on, Mario. Let's examine your legacy.
All right. Oh, Monica, darling, you've had a rough day. Now, why don't you go on to bed? I'll be on up in a little while. Now, please, do as I say. Come on.
Only rituals, incantations, grand conjurations. There's nothing in there that you can use in your act?
Wait a minute. No, it says here, the magical circle or tentagram used in Goetic theurgy according to the lesser key of Solomon. In the margin here, he's written, useful for summoning Astaroth, who gives great skill. Astaroth? Who's Astaroth?
Well, if I remember my mythology, he is, I guess, a prince of darkness, a satanic messenger.
You don't say.
Well, we knew that Bradan was pretty far gone on this stuff. I guess he meant to make you a great magician by passing along one of his pet demons. Oh, come on now. He'll have you believing it.
Mario, do you realize it's almost 4 in the morning?
Is it really? I had no idea it was so late. I've got to go. I got an appointment in the morning.
Thanks for going through all this stuff with me, Toby.
Not at all. Don't let it get you down. A dealer might pay a lot for a book like that. Monica, keep an eye on him. He's going a little mystic on us.
I will. Good night, Toby.
Good night.
Good night, Toby. Oh, Peter? What's the matter, Peter? Come on in.
He won't come in.
That's funny.
He seems to be afraid of something. Mario. Mario, why did you get rid of the book? I mean, Toby's right.
Oh.
You could probably get something for it.
I don't know.
It's no good to us.
I think there might be something here.
Well, what if there is? You don't need any of his tricks.
I don't, huh? Why are we still scratching around cheesy nightclubs at 150+ drinks?
I haven't complained.
No, you haven't complained. It'd be better if you had. At least you wouldn't be stuck with me.
Oh, Mario.
You could have married Toby, you know. At least he had the sense to get out of it, make something of himself. 5 years in the bush leagues, just waiting for the old man to come through with something. He dies, and I'm left with nothing. I was going to be so great. Great. I'm going to follow in Redan's footsteps. It's going to be Houdini, Blackstone, Redan, and me. That's the way it was going to be.
Is that what you want? To follow in his footsteps?
Well, he was the best. Do you know what it's like to be the best at anything? To be looked up to and respected?
Respected. He was ordered out of every country in Europe. He came here because no place else would have him.
You don't believe those black magic stories, do you?
Yes, I do. I know the man. Just to be around him made me feel violated. Mario, he was evil. He was the only truly evil man I ever met. And I can't stand having this book around!
Monica, please, darling. I just want to study the book more carefully, that's all, to make sure.
Please, Mario, don't.
Oh. Maybe there isn't anything there. I just want to be certain. I want to read it a little more carefully, darling. That's all. be silly. You're tired. Go on back to bed. But don't worry. Astaroth. What's the matter, Peter? Come on in. That's funny. Come on in. All right, then. Let's see. Why not? Come on, Peter. What's the matter? What's the matter, boy? It's all right. There. What's the matter, Peter? All right, then. We'll see. Or not. me. Ogla! Astaroth! Princes of darkness, I welcome you. Hear that? They're eating out of my hand. Wait till they see this one. Ready?
I'm afraid. I can't do it.
What do you mean? What's the matter with you? This is the high point of the act.
But I'm afraid.
Well, don't be. It worked all right in rehearsal, didn't it? Come on. Thank you. Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you'll be so kind, I must ask for quiet. My dear. What you're about to witness has been called impossible. Indeed, the method of its accomplishment is quite beyond my poor capacity to explain, perhaps beyond human understanding itself. I can only tell you that without certain carefully guarded rituals handed down from the masters of the ages past, this feat could not be accomplished without instant death to the performer. Steady now, don't move. In order to concentrate all of my faculties during this performance, I must ask for not one sound. If there's any doubt that this bullet is genuine, let me pass it among you for closer examination. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That was superb, darling.
Mario, my boy, you were great, just great. Hello, darling, you too. You knocked them out, kid. You got the stuff, but I knew that the first day you got here.
Thanks.
Look, we got some new promotion plans lined up and beginning
Friday's our last day.
Yeah, but we got some... What?
We're leaving, Fenity.
Now, wait a minute. You're thinking about more money? Well, so am I.
Sorry, Fenity.
Now, hold on. I carried you. You bombed the first week you were here. Reason I kept you on was because you said you're going to get some new stuff. You can't walk out now. I run the ads.
We're opening in Vegas on the 15th. I'll send you a couple of seats.
I'm sorry, Wentz. He's not himself.
Yeah, I noticed. But who does he think he is?
Vince, do you have a dime? I have to make a phone call.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll put it on your tab.
Thank you. Mr. Toby Wolfe, please. Thank you. Toby? Toby, please come over here. It's Mario. We're at the club. I'll explain when you get here. Please, hurry.
What's taking you so long tonight?
I'm sorry, darling. I'm almost finished.
Come in.
Hope I'm not intruding.
Come in, Toby.
Evening, Monica.
Good evening, Toby.
I haven't seen much of you two in the past few days.
What's on your mind?
Oh, just thought I'd drop by the way all friends will.
Especially when old friends have attractive wives.
Oh, Mario.
You called him, didn't you? You asked him to come here.
Well,
That's right, old man, she did. She's worried about you for good reason, it seems to me.
Really? I thought I was doing pretty good.
You mean your act? Sorry, I've been too busy to catch it. But Monica was telling me about the new tricks. I was rather surprised.
Didn't think I had the talent, did you?
No. I just didn't think you'd found Rodin's secrets. That's it, isn't it? You found the tricks written in code.
Something like that. You'll have to excuse us, it's late.
Mario, you might have told me.
I didn't think you'd be interested.
I am, though.
Coming?
I'm very interested, especially in the bullet stunt. In fact, I'd like to take a look at how you do it.
Come away from there.
Now, don't get excited. I'm not going to give anything away.
I don't want anyone fooling with the props.
You seem rather sensitive, Mario. Should I tell you why? Because this magic bullet stunt is dangerous. Very dangerous. And you know it.
You're mistaken.
Half a dozen magicians have been killed at one time or another performing it.
They didn't know how.
There is only one method. An oblique mirror, some cotton batting. Trouble is, the shot can be deflected off this pane of glass in the middle. And then, Monica isn't around for your curtain calls. What's the matter?
Ask her.
we don't use a mirror.
Or cotton batting.
Well, that's foolhardy. What if you should miss?
I can't miss. I could close my eyes and not miss, because the bullet doesn't go where it's fired. It goes where I tell it to go.
What are you talking about?
Don't you understand? It isn't a trick. Nothing of what I do anymore is a trick. You thought that Rodin left me a worthless book. Worthless. What would you say if I told you that it contained the secret of Rodin's power? The mystery of the ages.
There is nothing in that book but what you called it the first time, a lot of mystical nonsense.
You can say that after what you've seen here? I tell you, I possess the power that was Rodin's.
Mario, listen to me. Of all those rituals, the preparations, the invocations, they only make sense to someone who wants to believe in them badly enough. They can form a sort of self-hypnosis. You're familiar with it, aren't you?
That's your specialty.
It's quite simple. The subject puts himself in the proper frame of mind. He can end up imagining almost anything.
You think I've been imagining things?
That's the way it looks to me. And I think Monica will agree with me.
Yes. You agree on a number of things, don't you? All right. Tell me this. The things that I've been imagining, can someone else see them too?
No.
Well, you're going to see them, my friends. You're going to see them because I'm going to show them to you. I'm going to show you Astaroth. Come in, please, both of you. I'm sorry about all the secrecy during these last few weeks, Monica, darling, but I was afraid you might not understand.
Mario, where did you get all this?
Most of the things I got from Rodin's study. Have a seat there. It's a good place. It's where poor Peter died. Oh, you didn't know, did you? I'm sorry. I lied when I said he ran away. I found him just there in his favorite spot.
Stop it! This is obscene! I don't want anything to do with this!
Monica!
No!
Yeah, come back here, Monica! No.
It's you who doubt that I can evoke Astroth. You and my good friend here. I'm doing this for your sake.
For my sake? Toby, who is this Astaroth he's talking about?
A member of supernatural royalty. A prince of the dark regions.
A demon, if you like. A spirit being. Subject to all the rules of black magic. Very fearful to behold, I can assure you, and very powerful. He serves me, however, because I possess his book. I'll show him to you. Unless you're afraid.
Well, maybe this is the only way to prove to you that you're wrong.
I didn't expect you'd believe me, Toby. Not yet.
I believe everything you've told me except your explanation for it. Black magic. No one can perform black magic.
Merlin could. Cagliostro could. Pharaoh's magicians could.
But these are fairy tales.
No, they lived. And they became legends because of what they knew. And now I know it too.
Don't worry. Nothing is going to happen. Nothing.
There. Together. That's the way I always think of you. It's the way you'd like to be, too, isn't it? I've known for a long time that you loved her, Toby. And that she admired you.
Mario, you really don't know what you're saying.
You're trembling, Monica, darling. Does the wind frighten you? Or does it remind you of something?
All right. I think that's enough.
Not nearly enough. You asked to see him, and so you shall. He's coming now. You hear him? In the name of Belial. In the name of Adia. In the name of Baphomet. In the name of Agla, Prince of the Seventh Region.
Stop it, Mario! Stop it!
No, I want you to see him. You've never had any faith in me, and tonight I'm the greatest magician in the whole world, and I'll prove it to you, and to you. I do ordain and command thee, mighty Astaroth, to appear before this circle. Come forth!
Mario! Oh, my God! Send it back! Mario! In the name of heaven, send it back!
I can't send it back! I've made a pact with it. Power, fame, wealth, all will be mine. Only one thing is denied me. I can never send it back. Never!
Destroy the book!
The book? No, destroy you! Both of you! Take them! Let them be together! I command thee to take them! What are you doing? No! No! Don't let it burn!
It's all right. It's all over. The book is gone.
Mario!
I'm sorry. It's my fault. I should never have let him do it.
It wouldn't have mattered. That book would have. There was something there.
I saw something.
And it was true. Everything he said was true.
I don't know. His obsession was real enough. Sometimes a twisted mind can affect all those people around it. I only know that the book wouldn't have been enough. The demon that destroyed Mario was within him, and we've got to think of it that way.
Yes. He wanted so much to be like Radha.